Good morning and welcome to Fort City Church. My name is Adrien and I'm glad you're here today. Listen, forever ago, I was in this church's high school youth group, and one of the events that I attended at group was this day of paintballing. Now, paintballing was definitely not something that I was interested in, but because a group of us were going, I went. And it was good, but with me being 6'2", I've never really been known for my ability to be stealthy or my hiding abilities. But about a week after the event, I cleaned out my car and a couple of handfuls of pink paintballs had spilled in the trunk. I thought nothing of it. I gathered them all up, put them into a bowl, and left it right on the kitchen counter. Now, I was a teenager, so I knew my mom had lots of time to clean up whatever was just left around. But a few minutes later, my mom called me, and her voice was like mad mixed with panic. And she called me and she said, "Adrien, what was in the bowl you left on the counter? Because I thought they were candies, and I just tried to eat one, and it was horrible." Now, this is one of my favorite life moments. There is nothing better than your mom eating a paintball. I mean, good times. You see, my mom had this expectation that totally did not line up with reality. And I gotta tell you, the last few months have felt like eating little pink paintballs instead of candies. My expectation of what spring would look like, of what summer would look like, and now what fall would look like, did not meet reality and is not meeting reality. Expectation versus reality, it can really set you up for disappointment, especially if you're focused on the wrong thing. This summer, I had big plans for a lot of resting, and I gotta tell you, things did not quite go to my plan. I didn't expect my father to pass away. I didn't expect to fly during a pandemic and then be in quarantine for a couple of weeks from my kids. And as heartbreaking and as unexpected as everything was, and frankly still is, it was really good to be in the same room, to sit in the same room as my family, even if it was from a distance. And now, if you had asked me in March what the relaunch of in-person services would look like, I would have imagined it would be like announcing a party. I imagined far more balloons than hand sanitizer. I imagined far more hugs than waves. Maybe some cartwheels down the aisle, maybe some of us soaking Doug with one of those big team-sized coolers of Gatorade, like, I don't know, just throwing it out there. But right now, in this place, I found myself getting caught in the frustration of the expectation of what I thought relaunch, the school year, and fall would look like versus the reality of what it does look like. Expectation versus reality can get to me, especially when my focus is on the wrong thing. Now, Sunday, September 13th is the relaunch of in-person services. We are still rolling forward with online, and I'm truly looking forward to seeing your faces again. And I think back to how good it felt to be in the same room as my family this summer. It was so good for me to see them even though things were different. And I needed them even more in the uncertainty of this right now. And I cannot wait to sit in the same room with you, my church family, even at a distance. On September 13th, may we come together, whether online or in person, with expectant hearts, knowing that God is with us. May we thank God for his faithfulness in the midst of these altered expectations. May we see the blessing of this church family, even in the midst of hand sanitizer and physical distance, because sometimes you need to sit in the same room as your family, even from a distance. So see you on September 13th, and I'll see what I can do about the balloons and the Gatorade.